Okay, so good evening, everybody. My name is Ronald Kenneth. I'm Africa's premier smartphone productivity coach, founder of Zeronic NG, and I'm the host for Telegram live chats with Ronald Kenneth. This happens every Wednesday by 8 p.m. West African time, and I'm going to be having several guests come to discuss topical issues. This week, we're having Ferdinand Kenneth. Last week we also had Ferdinand Kenneth. Ferdinand Kenneth is a counselor, is a life coach, and is an attorney in equity. It's so amazing to have him join us this in this episode. The last episode with him was amazing. We are going to take it up from there. We're going to continue from where we stopped last week. Okay, so Ferdinand, good evening, and you're welcome to tonight's session.
Good evening, everybody. It's me again. It's so
Yeah,
nice
good
to be
evening.
here.
Okay, so last week was super amazing. You know that kind of thing where you plan to have a 15 minutes talk and you end up having a 30 minutes to 45 minutes discussion, and we
Yeah,
still didn't get to the root of the matter.
yes,
So that's why we're
exactly.
having this repeat broadcast so that you can actually share your thoughts with us with regards to the idea about 2022, a new phase. We are very sure, everybody knows that this year is an amazing year. It's a year that is going to mark a lot of changes in the political sphere, in the economic sphere, even in the educational sector and what have you. As a matter of fact, this is the year that precedes the election in Nigeria. So a lot of
Yeah,
things are being put in place to ensure that 2023 is going to be amazing. Campaigns are going on already. People are strategically positioning themselves. So 2022 is that year that is going to open us up into a new phase. It's a new phase on its own, but it has the capacity to open each and every one of us to a new phase. So that's why we have you here to talk to us about it and give us insight from your own wealth of knowledge so that we know how to strategically position ourselves for 2022 and beyond. So the ball is in your court, sir. Go ahead.
okay. Okay. Thank you once more, Ronald Kenneth, for having me. I'm truly grateful for this opportunity that you have given me to come and share my thoughts with these beautiful people of the world. I'm really grateful. It's not an opportunity I take or will ever take for granted. Thank you very much, sir. Whew.
You're welcome,
Okay,
sir.
so last week was incredible, and we touched some things last week, but we're just going to do a quick wrap up this week of what was begun last week. Okay, so without further ado, let's go straight into it. 2022, a new phase. When you were speaking, sir, you said that I would give a rundown of what I believe 2022 holds so that everybody that listens to me today is going to plot their life along the lines of the things that I say. But the truth about the matter is, I don't believe that you know there is a single rule to it. There is a general plan, and everybody can fit into the general plan in their own specific ways. Okay, so what I will be doing is to lay out a general plan. Okay, is to lay
Okay,
out,
that would be nice. That would be nice.
yeah, yeah. Not really a general plan per se, but it's going to be more or less a prophecy. Okay,
Okay,
it's going to,
more or less like a blueprint
yeah, you can say
that
that.
anybody can hinge to, and all that.
Yeah, a foundation more so. Yeah, so anybody can build any structure they want to build. It's going to be a fun foundation, don't worry. Anyway, okay, so essentially when we talk about a new phase, yeah, in 2022, we talk about the fact that we must put in mind that a phase, like I said last week, is a pause in time. Okay, It's not a pause per se. It's a it's a break in the spectrum of time, in the continuum. So the way life was designed, the way the earth was made, it was made in such a way that today ends and tomorrow begins. Okay, okay. So you must talk about this new phase in context of three things. You must talk about it in the context of the past, you must talk about it in context of the present, and you must talk about it in the context of the future. Today, I plan to talk to us about the now and the soon. Okay, while preparing for the class today, it entered my mind to speak on now and soon. We talked last week that many people, as it were trapped in a now phase, you know, in the now phase of preparation. Okay, okay. We thought we came to see that many people, because they were trapped in the now phase of preparation, they become redundant and they don't even do what they are designed for, because they spend every time doing what they think is practice. Okay, we talked about that. I'm going to be talking about now in context of the fact that now is all that matters. Okay, but let us just keep that in our minds. Let's keep that somewhere in our minds, because I'm also going to talk about soon. Okay, so I did a piece a couple of years ago, and the title of the piece was Marathon. Marathon told the story. Uh, okay, I'm a video content creator too, so I do some videos and I post them, videos of my thoughts and all that. And the concept of marathon was the fact that in life, it's not a sprint that we run. Okay, we run such a race that it happens today, but it will happen tomorrow. Okay, are, are we together? Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Okay, so we run such a race that we must run today and we must run tomorrow. Many people, however, are tempted to think that we run a sprint, so they run today and they don't think about tomorrow. They don't think about soon. They are only focused on now. As much as it is important to focus on now and live within the time, it is also important to know that our life as it is timed, and we live our life in a phase. This phase now, if it's not used, will pass and another phase will come, and our lives totally will become a reflection of everything, or our life now today is a reflection of everything we have done in the past. But the good news is that our life tomorrow will be a reflection of everything we do now. So at the end of the day, the conversation focuses around now for tomorrow. The question we must now ask ourselves is, what can I do now to give me the tomorrow that I want? And it's not a matter of something out there, something vague. It is clear, it is simple. You see, the way life was designed like a replay. Okay, so if you do this and do that and do that, it's simple mathematics, you will get that. If you plus one and two, you will get three. It does not take rocket science. The reason for which most people are where they are today is because they have ignored the fact that the choices they have made today, or the choices that they make yesterday, is what kept them where they are. And make no mistake, you can have the conversation on the fact that okay, circumstances are different. True, circumstances are different in that most people are born with certain privileges. But I have seen people, I have come in contact with people that were worse off than we were in whatever way we can think of. When we talk about privilege, but they made beauty out of their lives. Okay, so at the end of the day, you will have to understand that truly time and chances happen to everything or everyone, but the, I was listening to, I was watching the status of someone the other day, and he said that the battle is not for the swift, right? the race is not for the swift, rather, and the battle is not for the strong, but the strong fights. Right? The battle is not for the race is not for the swift, but the swift is also in the race. Okay, so in that thought, you must understand that it is important now to make decisions and to begin to, look at the past and see the people that are where they are today. What decisions did they make that brought them to where they are? And make no mistake, the principles are the same, the strategies are different. You cannot expect again to use the means and the methods of the past and expect to be relevant in the future. What we must get and what we must master is the principle. Okay, the principle of diligence, the principle of hard work, the principle of smart work, the principle of being able to revolutionize and to innovate. We must look at those principles and reach the end of a particular knowledge so that we can innovate. Okay, where I'm talking about fixing your now so that your tomorrow will look like what you want it to look like. Another problem again is that most people don't even know what their tomorrow want. They don't even have a picture of what they want their tomorrow to be. Okay, so they are living life enjoying alone now. I'm not trying to say enjoyment is bad. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All I'm trying to say that is that there's a reward to pay, there's a price to pay now for the reward that is expected tomorrow. Okay.
True, that's true.
most
That's
people
true.
most people eat their seed. Okay, they eat their seed in investments, they eat their seed in time. Hi. Oh, you will now understand that time in itself is a seed, and how you plant, how you the planting of your time is in the use of it. Okay, it's in how you use it. I'm planting my time by what I do with my time. Okay, so that in the future my time will give me beautiful yield. I will see the reward of what I did with my time today. Okay, so it is essential for us to think of now. Okay, think of now in the context of tomorrow, for us to understand that everything that we do today will boil down to who we become and what we have tomorrow. Okay, what are the things you listen to? What are the contents of your mind? What do you feed your mind? What do you allow your heart to do? How do you spend your time? Okay, many people are everywhere around the world today. The problem again is that the world has become a very busy place, a very noisy place, that most people do not even come to think of what they can do now to give them the things that they can do, they want to have tomorrow. We live in a time where everybody wants to do and get everything quickly, and it's not a bad thing, but we must understand that even if agriculture has metamorphosed in such a way that now you can plant a seed today and reap in a very short time, you must understand still that you will plant and reap in time. Okay, it is never, and maybe science will evolve to that point, but for the time we are now, it is true that you will plant today, but you must give what you have planted time to grow. Yes, structures have come to help us grow faster as people, but we must understand that there is a process that life has to um, bring us into. Okay, there's a process of growth that we must have, and that process is not possible in a particular space of time. Okay, yes, true, time can be shrinked for certain people. Time can be shrinked so that people grow fast, into what they are supposed to do. The reality, however, is that no matter how time is shrinked, time will happen. Okay, so what we must do then as people is to think of two things. First, we must think of what we want tomorrow. In thinking of what we want tomorrow, we must paint a picture of who we want to be, where we want to be, how we want to be perceived by people. We must paint that picture and we must paint it clearly. Okay, then we must begin today. If you are beginning today, you have begun late, but I have good news for you. the beauty of time is that it has a way of erasing the mistakes of yesterday. So if you begin today, you will finish. You will finish. You if you begin today, you may be late in the spectrum of time, but certainly you will get to where you need to get to. Okay. So what you must do is, having painted that picture of where you need to be, begin now to plot the graph that is going to take you there, because it's important, okay, to make decisions now, to begin to read, to begin to enlarge your mind, to begin to focus your time on what you are supposed to do. Now I also want to talk in the conversation of now. Okay, I want to tell us that in our plans, let us think 10 years into the future. Okay, the reason is simple. The reason, and it is easy. It is, some people may say, okay, if you think 10 years into the future, then it's a problem, because considering how much time is changing today, considering how much things are changing, the constant progression of life, the change of systems and all that, if you think in 10 years, then you may not be able to, um how do I put it? You may not be able to. You may have fixed a
Yeah,
means
you
and
may not
method.
be able to factor in some changes that can happen
Yes,
drastically within
yes,
the period. Yeah, exactly.
exactly. But then again, I said, and last week I said that what happens, right, with every new phase is change, and with every new phase comes a new development. Is a time where you sharpen your knife again. Okay, when we use the grass analogy, is that time again where you make sharp again your knife for the same goal. Okay, most people that make this argument make it blinded to the goal, to the end game. Okay, for some of them, the the end game is not something true, it's not something tangible. Okay, because if it were something true and something tangible, then the the change will not be able to stop the doing of the thing. I told somebody that it is important for us to understand that many times the doing of a thing is more important than how it was done. Okay,
That's true. That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
The so we have to come to now understand, yeah, that for many things, it is better that you do it at all than you do not do it because of the method. Okay, and that is what,
This is a serious thought, Ferdinand.
yeah. So that is what we have to now put into our minds, of the fact that, yes, we have an end game. The end game is a concept. It's a concept that is intangible. People have to understand that the plans are the things that are going to be tangible. The end game is something that nobody can see. How you get to the end game, just capture the thought, you will get there. If Hey, in those days, how did they, if you read the story of the Tower of Babel, you understand that they were building a skyscraper. They captured a vision to build a skyscraper. Yeah, they were building it. They were building it, a skyscraper. Imagine what is being used today to build a skyscraper, and imagine the means and methods that was being used in those Bible days to achieve the same result. Okay, so the principle is the height, the goal is the height. The ways can change, and we must be able to meet up with the change. Okay, so what we must do is to set a 10-year goal. Okay, if it so happens that the 10-year goal is, for instance, to make a particular amount of money, you must now think to yourself, what am I going to do now that will get me there? If the 10-year goal is to be known, to be popular in your field, you must now ask yourself, who do I need to know? What do I have to know to be known in the field I want to be known in? It's an important conversation that we must ask ourselves, okay, that we must have. Okay, It's an important conversation that we must have. The conversation of time, right? That is what a new phase. That is what this new phase is about. It's about the fact that yesterday had passed. Tomorrow is a new day. Sorry, today is a new today. Okay, it's relatively old, but tomorrow is going to be a new day. Okay, and with every new day comes a new phase and an opportunity to metamorphose and grow, an opportunity to change style and strategy to meet that far goal. Okay, so whatever it is for you, we must also be very adaptable. Okay, I'm just touching many things, but I hope I'm passing the message that you will require to, shift yourself and strategically place yourself for all you need to be and to do all you need to do in the year coming, in the years coming, and even in this year. Okay, we have to be very adaptable people. We must be able to. So the essentially the beautiful thing about the human being is that we adapt. We have been given a choice by God, and that choice is to adapt or to die. Okay, every
That
time.
this reminds me of that biology, those acronyms in biology where you have to compete,
Okay, Mr. Niger
adapt,
D.
or die.
Eh,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So essentially, you see, Mr. Niger D. Well, anyway, but the truth about the matter, however, is that with the human ability is the ability to change, to meet with circumstances. Everything that does not adapt finds a way to die. And you even see, even in nature, the concept of natural selection is um creatures trying to adapt into to become stronger organism to meet the realities of what is coming. Okay, okay, so the weakest will die. All right, so it's in the same way we have to learn to adapt to the speed of the time, adapt to the means of the time. Okay, because whether we like it or not, the job has to be done. But then again, the prayer this night is that may we not look to the means of getting a thing done so much that we forget to actually get it done. The truth about the matter is that whether you are building a skyscraper in the way the people in the days of old built it, or you are building it in the way of today, you will still build a skyscraper. Okay, so let us not get stuck in that how. Let us get stuck in the doing. Let us think now on the doing. We can begin to do and find new ways to do and find better ways to do, but certainly we must do, and we must do now. Okay, and it's like I said, it's an important conversation to have. All right, so having fixed the goal in the future, having fixed the goal for the future, I don't care what the goal is for you. Probably the goal is to be the best baker around. You have to evolve, you have to grow, you have to innovate, you have to learn. Okay, you must now understand how much you give to time if you want to be the. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, the world is becoming a very small. No, sorry, not becoming. The world is a very small place now. The Every day I am being greeted by the expression of these words I just spoke now, the live expression of these words, of the smallness of the world. Okay, so the people that you saw now that you thought that you may never see again in life, you will see them again. Okay, you will see them everywhere. You will see them online, you will see them on Facebook, you see them on YouTube, you see them on Instagram. The world is becoming drastically small, and because of this, it is easy now to connect. Okay, people in the UK can see what you are doing now, so you must now understand that your competition is not in Nigeria. Your competition is not in one place in Port Harcourt. It's not in one place in Omok or wherever you may find yourself. It's not in one place in Abuja or Lagos or wherever you find yourself. If you are listening to this message from South Africa, your competition is in a global space. Okay, so we must do all we do to match with the global arena. Okay, we must they people must think of you. Okay, and then be able to also match the strength of what you do with the strength of someone in the UK or with the strength of someone in the US. it is important, ladies and gentlemen, that we begin to think global. And believe me, because of where the world is, I'm sorry, but because of where the economy of Nigeria is also, the need to be global cannot be overemphasized, because we need to make money in other currencies, okay? And the only way to make money in other currencies is simple. It's by being global phenomenons. It's by doing things that at the end of the day, people from other places can come and patronize us, even right where we are. Now, you now understand that from before time, location, most people say location is important, and location is important, but many times the importance of location is not so much as the beauty of the particular thing that you are doing, okay? Because if you can provide answers, all right, someone that has gotten your answer will come to wherever you are to get that answer, okay? Your name will be published. And this one that this guy
That's
said,
very true.
uh, tell it not in God, publish it not in this thing, your name will be published everywhere. You'll be
Exactly.
surprised how information flies. Oh my God. You see, good news, excellent delivery has long ears, it has long legs, it can travel, okay? So let us understand that you may think that you are in one locality somewhere in the backside of one desert, but like John the Baptist, people will leave the town to come to your desert to come and behold what you are doing and to ask you questions as to how are you the way you are, how did you get these things done. So you will now understand, ladies and gentlemen, that it's not really about where you are, it's about the mind, it's about your mind, okay? So even as you are thinking for 10 years, you must think global. I listened to a rapper, and he said something in one of his interviews. He said that his goal when he started was to rap consistently every day for no, okay, every week, was to rap consistently every week for 10 years. And that in 10 years, if he doesn't reach the people that he wants to reach, he will be satisfied in knowing that he did something consistently for 10 years. Now, the conversation is simple. It's a matter of consistency, okay? That's why I was saying earlier that if you started yesterday, if you started today, if you will start today, rather, if you will start today, then you have started late. But the beauty in everything is consistency, okay? So if you can be consistent with what you want to do now, in the next, give it 10 years, give it 5 years of constant doing of the thing. That's why if there's anybody I appreciate God for, you know, if you if there's anybody that I'm grateful for, is Sir Ronald Kenneth. The level of his consistency is something that blows my mind every time. But crying out loud, he has been doing the things that he has been doing for a while now, and when he began, he may not have had as much traction as he had now, but it is important that he had an end in mind and he kept at it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you start something today and end tomorrow, and start another one tomorrow and end next tomorrow, what will people say that you are? Who will people say that you are? What will people say that you do? Okay, what can people say that you do? What is it? And I'm not saying this, I'm telling you that you should be focused on one thing, build consistency. You see, I'm saying a lot, and God help me that I'm able to recount everything that I've said step by step and deliver it. But still, again, this, I believe this video will be made available online so I can listen to it over and over again, so we can pick out the salient points, okay? So the thing that we can do now again is focus while we run this race, this marathon, to 10 years of this goal that we have set, okay? While we have set this goal, it is important, while we run this race, it is important that we do not beat everything, okay? It's important that we do not punch too many things. It's important that we hit a particular spot, okay? So let us keep doing it, and in time we may not get the that's what that I need us to understand something again. We may not get the relevance or the, but God forbid we'll get the relevance. We will not women, but let's also put it in our minds. Okay, I'm not here to sugarcoat stuff. I want to tell you the realities of life. Okay, so essentially, do not set your mind on fame or in or set your mind on money. Okay, set your mind on something that's more tangible, something, okay, or you can even set your mind on money. Okay, but set a goal too. Okay, a clean goal, a rich goal, a goal that is going to not just affect you but touch the world too in a positive way. Okay,
Exactly.
a goal that
Ferdinand,
people cannot
can I
resist.
cut you short a bit? I think that's the
Yeah, please.
particular area a lot of people have issues. When they set
Okay.
goals, they don't set people-oriented goals, and you cannot you cannot be relevant when your goals are revolving around you. Remember, the world does not revolve around any single human being. So for
That's
you
right.
to actually attain relevance and remain relevant, whatsoever you have decided to do has to be centered on people,
Yes.
because it's the people that will even make you give you that relevance that you want.
Yes,
So if
exactly.
everything is about you, they feel like you don't even give a hoot about them, so you can as well go away.
Exactly.
So that's an important point you just mentioned now. So people should endeavor to ensure that whatsoever they are doing, they are putting people in the center of it. That's how businesses thrive.
Mm,
Businesses are actually born in the place of um, uh, thinking of a solution to a problem that people are facing. So when you
exactly.
start solving people's problem, chances of making money would skyrocket. Chances of gaining relevance and acceptance becomes very, very possible. So it still revolves around people, not around any singular human being. Thank you.
Exactly.
Continue.
So the truth is that at the end of the day, fame will come because fame is attracted to this intention of value, of true value. Okay, fame is attracted to it. Okay, you may not have it at the back of your mind to be famous, and I encourage people, if you are listening to this message today, it is good to want to be famous. Make no mistake, I want to be famous too. I want to blow. I want people to know Kenneth Ferdinand. I want people to hear my name and be like, hey, that guy, Omo. I want that too. But that is not my goal though. Okay, that is not the focus for which I do what I do. Okay, okay. So such intangible things, such fable ideas as fame, they are not sufficient to sustain longevity to a particular extent. They are not sufficient to sustain um um how do I call it? They are not a good foundation to build consistency on. Okay, because you may want to be consistent because you want to be famous, but you will see again that it's a selfish desire, and because it's a selfish desire, people can smell it. And if people can smell it, they will now know that, because you cannot try. I've tried, people have tried. It is difficult to deceive people. People may be acting unintelligent and very foolish, but people see, people hear, people know what you are doing, because most of the people that you are even doing the things to are people like you. Okay, there are people like you that are also that may also be selfish, so they understand you. Okay, and when they see that this is what you are and this is what you are about, they will desist from following. Okay, so it's simple, it's natural. Let us get these thoughts clear. Okay, and say, and the okay, like I was saying, the rapper said he would do this thing consistently for 10 years, for every week for 10 years. Okay, and he is what he is today. His name is Tobechuku in Wigwe. Okay, he's a rapper. Now, many of us may not know him, but that does not mean that he's not popular. Okay, many of us may not know him, but that does not mean that he's not great and he does mad stuff. I think in one of his videos, he even mentioned that Michelle Obama listens to his songs. You know, so imagine where he started from and the journey he had to undertake. Imagine in 10 years the growth that he would have to have under undergone. Yeah, undergone. Imagine the growth that came to him. Okay, imagine the better person he had become. Imagine how he had perfected his art even till today, and how he will still keep perfecting his art more. Okay, so it is important here that we set this 10-year goal. Okay, and then we make smaller goals, because even with that long time, there are phases in between. Okay, there are phases in between. Things will change, a new day will come. Okay, a new way will come too. A new day will come with a new way. Okay, things will change, another way will be initiated, another process of doing it, and the way of getting things done better, more efficiently, it will come. So we must learn to grow, to adapt. But even as we adapt, we must not adapt in such a way that is so radical that we lose our consistency in the first place. I will lose our consistency to go where we want to go in the first place. For instance, if we say that we are going to read a book every week, okay, the aim of doing all that is to gain knowledge. Okay, is to gain knowledge. We want to gain knowledge. There are very many ways of getting knowledge these days. You can take a course. You can you can listen to a video on YouTube. You can listen to the version of that version of that book on YouTube, the read out version. You can buy the audio book. It's simple. You can do all these things. You can get these things done. You can get the knowledge required in more ways than one. You can innovate, match the times while you are going and getting to the big goal. So set a 10-year goal from today. Set a plan from today. Set something that you want to become, something that you want to be, and be consistent. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. I say this to you, and I say it to myself too. Keep pushing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep pushing. Let's maintain the consistency. I know that, I understand, I'm a human being too, you know, and I've been there too. I understand that sometimes we can just be dull, and we can just be thinking of the methods, and we can just be tired, and can just be giving ourselves excuses. But it is important also in this phase to surround yourself with goal-oriented people too. People that are going somewhere, people that know where they are going, people that are also pushing for what they are pushing for, people that you can see what they are doing and to attract you to do. Because I've noticed, yeah, that human beings are like mirrors, and we reflect the people around us usually. So many of the times why we are dull and why we feel lackadaisical about pursuing a particular goal and agenda is because the people around us are not doing anything. So we just feel comfortable in our space, and we just feel like, okay, if everybody's not doing anything, let me not do it. But no, you have to surround you. You have to first know who you want to become, and then find people that want to become something too, and surround yourself with people that are consistently growing towards what they want to become. Seeing them grow will force you to grow too. Okay, so it's another strategy for this year. Surround, if you do not have good company already, find good company. If you do not have good, I repeat, if you do not have good company already, find good company. I'm not sure there is such an important thing as good company. An Esther must always have a Mordecai. A David must always have a a a Jonathan. It's the way life is. Jesus must always have the 12 disciples. It's always how life is. We need people, and we need good people, sound people, people that can propel us to where we need to be, people that can help us when we are weak and when we are fall. The word of God says that this is why we must be together, so that when one falls, the other will help pick that one up. Okay, and a as iron sharpened iron, so a friend sharpened the countenances of his friend. Okay, so we must bring ourselves to the right company. And how do you get the right company? Simple. You get the right company by becoming the right person first. Okay, so what do you want? What are the things that you want? Become it, then you can demand it from the world. Okay, you have to become it first. Okay.
That's how the law of attraction works as well. That's another method to the law of attraction.
Oh,
one
okay.
one way
I
has
didn't
it
even
that
know that.
one way has it that you actually think on these things and want to have them, but another way
Yeah,
is that you see yourself as having them already, and then you
that's
can
also the
now have
concept of Think and Grow Rich, oh, by
eh, eh,
Napoleon
you,
Hill. That
yeah,
was the concept
you
there.
understand.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir.
But we live in a society that is faking it until they make it,
Yes.
which is actually a pollution of that particular ideology.
Okay.
It's a pollution of that particular ideology. But that being said, what you just made mention of is very, very important. If I'm going to connect with Barack Obama, with Michelle Obama, with the powers that be, for instance, I have to start intentionally grooming myself to be able to be relevant around them when the need arises. It starts
Exactly.
from it starts from growing my relevance with my space, with the people around me. When I do
Yeah.
that and I get to a particular level of relevance, I would realize that I've outgrown that particular space. I would now
Mm.
be at the level of maybe the local government. Now I
Yes.
can now interact with people in the local government and I feel comfortable in this space. But I continue growing to the point that I become so relevant in the state, and it is not such a big deal anymore to interact with governors, with commissioners, and stuff like that. And that's a phase. But I know where I'm
Yeah.
going to eventually. You understand? So it's a gradual thing. By
Yes.
the time I get there, I would have grown into it.
Mm.
I would have grown into it, but it's something I've already visualized and I'm working towards from the very onset. So, wow, Ferdinand, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you, sir. We bless God. Anyway, we have. I think we have done another. We have done another too much talk. But anyway, the concepts are simple. The concepts are simple. Let's just go back to our closet and think on these things. There are lots to say, but there's no time to say it. My name is Kenneth Ferdinand, and you can reach me anytime.
Yeah,
You
yes.
can reach me here on
Give us your
Telegram.
handles, the handles to your social media accounts for those that want to connect with you personally.
Okay, okay. For Instagram, I go by Ferdinand underscore Kenneth. For Facebook, I go by Ferdinand Kenneth. You know, and those are the only social media networks I'm on.
Okay,
And then
that's nice. Your WhatsApp
I'm
number too,
also,
so people can reach you on WhatsApp, right?
yeah, yeah,
Because this
personally,
broadcast
yeah.
is going to go around, we're going to make it available on all platforms. We are not just going to focus here on Telegram. We're doing YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. It's also going to be on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, and all that. So we're making it go around the world because people need to hear
Mm.
these things and see the relevance in chats like this and become better versions of themselves. So give us those handles again, and then your WhatsApp number. You can +234 comes in front. I know you're in Nigeria, so
Yeah.
let's go over it again.
Okay, so I said on Instagram, I go by Ferdinand underscore Kenneth. On Facebook, I go by Ferdinand Kenneth. My WhatsApp number is +234 081 0 sorry, +234 810 312 7387. I repeat, +234 810 312 7387. Okay, my name is Kenneth Ferdinand, and feel free to connect with me on all these platforms. I'll do my best to reply your messages as soon as possible. Okay, I love you all. God bless you. See you at the top. Bye
Eh,
bye.
So thank you so much, Ferdinand. It's been an amazing time with you. You have actually opened us up to a lot of things, and I'm sure Ferdinand is going to be joining us much later. We're going to have another episode um, with Ferdinand in a couple of weeks to come, where he's going to be sharing his thoughts and insights on other aspects of life. Ferdinand is a life coach. He is a lawyer in equity, so he has a lot of experience and knowledge about the law. He has experience about life. He has experience about psychology. He knows a thing or two about business. He's a creative artist. He is also a content creator. So we'll definitely call upon him at any point we need him to share his thoughts on any of these other areas. Thank you very much, Ferdinand, once again. And then if you're just listening to this, uh, I would like you to share the content with your friends and family. We want everybody around the globe to listen over and over again. It doesn't just stop at listening once. That's why the replays and the rebroadcasts to be made possible. So you listen and listen again. Okay, my name is Ronald Kenneth, and like I said when I started, I'm Africa's premier and most sought after smartphone productivity coach and the founder of the Ironic NG. I'm the host for the live chat with Ronald Kenneth. This is being aired across the globe, you know, and if you want to be part of this, very simple. All you need to do is send me a message on WhatsApp +234 81 3271 8024. Just indicate, tell me you want to be part of the live chats, and we'll talk about a topic that you can discuss about. And yes, we want to give value to the world. Okay, and the truth about it is, as much as I want to do that, I know I cannot do it alone. So that's why I need you. That's why I need every single person. So you are interested in being my guest in any of my online sessions, feel free to contact the number I shared with you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. God bless. And then, of course, yes, before I go, you can connect me on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Real Ronald Ken. Real, REAL, Ronald, RONALD, Ken, KEN. So all together, Real Ronald Ken. So on Facebook, Real Ronald Ken, you can search for that, you'll find me. Or you search for Ronald Kenneth. I have a page and I have a profile, so you can connect with me on both sides. On Instagram, I'm at Real Ronald Ken. On Twitter, I'm at Real Ronald Ken. On LinkedIn, Ronald Kenneth. Okay? Thank you very much.